Now to another CVM News exclusive. Researchers found 43% of the 6 major and violent crimes committed in 2023 were cleared up by the police when compared to 39.5% in 2022. The lead researcher maintains there's cause for many Jamaicans feeling unsafe, as criminals feel if they murder or shoot someone, they're less likely to be caught and punished. Neika reports.
The lead researcher, Dr. Paul Bourne, says a quantitative analysis of serious and violent crimes in Jamaica for 2022 and 2023 shows, among other things, major crimes have risen to epidemic levels without the proper public health classification locally. He notes a reduction over the period, but explains it's still not enough.
We are seeing a reduction in major crimes. So what means you're talking about 1 in every 10 crime, we're seeing a reduction. No, that is good, but that is poor when you look at the clear-up rate for a number of the crimes. That's where the challenge is.
He maintains the fear breeds as criminals are increasingly aware that certain major crimes, to include murder and aggravated sexual assault, have a low clear-up rate. For example, only 47.6% of murders were cleared up over the period, 35.9% for shooting, around 25% for robbery, and just under 32% for break-ins.
50% of the murders are solved, only 50, 1 in every 2, which means that those persons who are committing murder fully well know they can get away by committing murder. But look at the shootings. 78% of the shootings, 78% of the shootings are uncleared up, unsolved. So an individual knows fully well that if I commit a shooting, I'm going to get away. And if I commit a murder, it's highly likely that I'll be free.
The researcher explains despite the efforts of the police and recent amendments to the law, there's no penalty to effect if criminals are not caught.
It comes back down to the theory that we are using to deal with policies and programs to deal with crime. Substantially, we have been using Gary Becker's theory that deal with the cost and punishment of crime. That say that if you make crime punishment more severe, you're likely to actually catch people. But then there's an issue to that. What we need to understand clearly is that if an individual is unlikely to be caught, increasing the punishment is not going to change that fact.
Because it has no effect.
Unlikely to be caught. Absolutely. Yeah. And Gary Becker spoke to that. He said, look at the benefits to committing a crime, look at the cost of committing a crime, all right? And you must also look at the reality in your environment. Our reality is we are not solving these major crimes as we ought to, and that requires a new intervention.
Neika, CVM News.